Hey, what's up, people? Peacock here in Singapore. Did you miss me? It's been a minute. Lots of things going on, but very exciting things all the same because I'm always on the go, always looking out for the next thing, just kind of trying to stretch myself and see what else I can possibly do because I don't want to wait till I finish one project to try and figure out what the next one will be. I kind of, let things develop as they go. And it's been quite the journey for the last couple of weeks. So for those of you who know, I've been doing a challenge for a week now, and it was my own challenge, the first one I've ever done, and I was excited about it because I'm finally slowly opening myself up to allowing for new clients. I have clients already, I have referrals. Word of mouth is best for me, but it's about time I kind of scale a little bit and see what I can get done. So obviously, the first set of people that participated in my challenge were not all the people that I wanted to participate, but I definitely put myself out there for the first time and got people to at least respond. The people that did respond, great. It was perfect. I was happy that you responded. There were people that started and did not continue. That's also cool. And then there were people that kind of ran through it with me the whole way through, and I was really, really excited that you were able to join me. So with that being said, challenge is over, reflections, right? What do I do next? How do I figure this out? Um, I thought I had a great challenge set up. Obviously, I don't know all that much about challenges, but I'm working with my coach on this, and it has been such an experience. So now the next step for me is to kind of deconstruct what happened, what I did, and then set myself up for the next go around because this is not going to be like a one off thing. I'm not going to do a challenge one time and then, you know, let it go from there. I need to deconstruct. I need to think about what it is that I've done. What was the purpose of it? What was the purpose of each day? What was the emotional feelings of each person throughout the whole concept? And then how do I lead into whatever else that I'm going to lead into after that? So, um, honestly, I feel good about having started, right? It's the first step. But going forward, I need to develop this more, which means it's not going to be the kind of turnaround that I thought it would be because obviously I need to let it develop. I need to let it, the flavor needs to kind of sit overnight a little bit and develop a little bit, which means I need to deconstruct, I need to go over each process, and then I need to prepare for the next set. But in the meantime, I've decided, well, not decided, I've, um, I've had something else kind of develop in the meanwhile. Yeah. So for those of you who know and have been following me on my personal page, you know I am a proud mom. I've been a homeschool mom. I am a home chef. I don't have any formal training, but I've been cooking for years, basically, right? I've burned food. I've graduated from burning food to actually making some decent food and gotten to a point where people have been invited over to hang out and eat with me, and now they kind of ask for specific foods when they come and see me. Can I have this? Can you make this again? I miss this. So I've let that take the reins a little bit, and because it is a natural part of me, I've decided to make that a part of my business as well. So a couple weeks ago, we did a meal prep, our very first meal prep ever, and it was a pretty good success. I'd like to think because we spent very little money as opposed to when we spend money to cook for ourselves. And it was kind of cool. Like had to I had to manage the menu. We went with a theme. We went with Mexican food for the first week, and because there were restrictions, I can't make just any kind of meat. It has to be specific kinds of meat, um, and I needed it to be able to have lots of flavor and last a good long while, so that we wouldn't be without food. We wouldn't be hungry halfway through. And yeah, trial and error. It was kind of cool. Breakfast was good. Breakfast lasted forever, basically. And because I still have some breakfast left over. My daughter did not eat her portions, so I'm kind of stuck eating her portions, which isn't bad because I can freeze these things, right? So breakfast was good. Lunch needed some help because the flavor was there in some of it and in some of it it wasn't, and it still left us feeling kind of hungry. So I need to tweak lunch. Lunch is finally done. We finished with lunch, and then dinner worked out fine. Dinner was albondiga soup, which to be honest I've never made before, but I was able to tweak it along the way and cook it up and everything, and it worked out fine. It was fine. So I feel good about that too. Bottom line is, I think for 5 people, because it was one of my girls, her sister and father, that's 3, and then me and my daughter, that's 5, right? So we cooked enough for 5 people, or so we thought. I think the soup made it. It was fine. The salad, lunch menu needs some work, and then the breakfast lasted really well. So all in all, I think we spent like $130, not including the containers that we bought to make sure that we could actually put food in, pack it away and make sure the portions were straight and everything. And then, yeah, all in all, for 5 people, we spent less than $40 between 3 houses. We divided it by 3. So 3 houses, $40 for a week is not bad, actually. So the fact that I posted that, and I posted up the fact that, I shopped at NTUC to get the food and everything, and the prices were really decent, and how much I can make out of that, because I'm trying to promote the fact that I can cook, but I'm also pretty savvy when it comes to spending money. And I was able to promote it to the fact that a couple of the guys that I speak to, that hang out with me, that follow me, were like, yo, I'm trying to cut the amount of carbs and stuff that I eat in my diet, and I had a go-to place that was doing meal prep for me, but they fell through. Would you mind adding me in so that I can do meal prep? I'll pay you, weekly for you to do meal prep for me. And I was like, yes, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So something naturally developed out of that. So then I can add that to my repertoire. It would be a separate stream of income, and it kind of alleviates some pressure for me as well, right? Because yes, ultimately I want my business, my coaching side of my business, to be my only my mainstream of income. But until then, I have other avenues that I need to make sure that are strong as well, because if anything happens, I need to be able to have other sources of income coming into the family. So this is what I'm trying to develop at the moment, and this happened to be a hidden resource that kind of developed itself over time, because I naturally love posting my food. I love posting the fact that I do all my food. I love posting the fact that I do my daughter's hair, and I've had that opportunity come up before as well. The first time ever, somebody was like, yo, can you do my hair? And to be honest, there's 2 kinds of Indian hair. Some people have very, very thick hair that's it's very coarse. It doesn't have the curl that African American hair does, but it needs some help. It needs extra love and attention, because it tends to sit very, very straight, almost like straw. So there's that kind of Indian hair. And the other kind is, it's a lot thinner, very fine, lots of it, but very fine hair. And it means that if I were to put braids in your hair, you would look like you didn't have much hair at all. So I'd have to add extensions in. And I did that once. For the first time ever, I had to go out and I had to find extra hair here in Singapore. And then I had to find the strategy on how to attach the hair so it wouldn't pull, and it would attach and wouldn't fall right back out. And it was an incredible, interesting situation, because to do one head, I could charge $300, because that was the going rate here in Singapore. But honestly speaking, I don't think that I had the patience to be able to sit still and do that much hair in a week. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, I had hair all over my house. I had to, I was cleaning it up for days on end. So I could do it. I could definitely do it, but it also takes a long time. I need to find a way to to entertain the client while I'm trying to do their hair, so they don't fall asleep or they don't, pull their hair or whatever. And it definitely took some time, definitely. So 2 things have come up that I can definitely make money off of, and I need to just allow those things to be small parts of my day where I do make money, but it doesn't take over my entire lifestyle, because I do want to develop this coaching side of my business. And it's just been amazing, because where I was focused on one and trying to force it the whole time, other things kind of developed in the background, because I naturally have a love for these things. And as I've told you many, many times, I'm not just one thing. I'm not just a mom. I'm not just a homeschool mom. I'm not just a coach. I'm not just, a mom who does my daughter's hair. I'm not just, a home chef or whatever. I'm all of these things rolled into one. And if I can find ways to make money doing different aspects of me, why not, right? So my advice to you today from my life lesson is, don't cut yourself off. I know you have one thing that you really, really want to make sure that you do, but in the meantime, don't cut yourself off. And I see you, August, here. Sorry, I was kind of like talking into the distance while I was doing this podcast, but I see you and it says, yes, it does take patience. And if they do fall asleep, that is a good thing. They're comfortable. Yes, I've noticed that. But for me, it's like, I need to make sure that I'm focused, and I tend to get bored if I'm not speaking to someone. So the last time I did this, my daughter was there and she was talking to the client, she was talking to me, and eventually we did get around to like slight coaching aspects where she was able to ask me questions because she was just sitting there anyway, and that was kind of cool too. So yes, I do understand they would be comfortable. This was a first experience for this young lady as well because she's never had to sit still that long, and it was interesting. I may revisit that later on, but for now, I'm seeing that there are many aspects to my business because this is all my brand. This is why I created a brand in the first place. I don't want to limit myself to any one thing because if something suddenly doesn't work out or I get tired of doing it, I don't want to have to reinvent myself all over again. All these things are part of me. They are hidden resources that I've already had, things that I'm already interested in. So I'm leaving the door open for inspiration to hit, for the universe to work through me. Whatever it is that I need to be doing, I'm going to do all of it eventually, but I'm not rushing any one thing this way. So I'm super grateful. Thank you to August Crenshaw, my coach, who has been tough but so loving. And I kind of feel like light now instead of, oh my God, this isn't working. What do I do now? How do I make it work? And you can't make anything work. You kind of have to go with it. You learn along the way. You try things and you try, and once you try, you realize, okay, maybe I don't like the way this feels, or maybe I don't like the way this works, and you tweak and you keep adjusting. Failure does not mean you stop doing it completely. Failure means you adjust and keep going. So, for those of you out here who may have hit a brick wall a little bit, who may have figured, I thought I knew what was going on, I don't know what's going on anymore, I don't know how to figure this out, please know I'm here. I've been through it. I'm going through it. There are different aspects of my business that are still developing, but I feel good about it. I'm not trudging through this. I'm a little more lighthearted. I did take a minute to be like, dang, okay, what do I do? Why? Gosh, I don't even know what happened. I think I got caught up because my brother tried to call me. No worries. The point is, I need a coach for certain aspects of my life because I don't have it all there yet. And you know what? That's what August is there for me. If you need help with your emotions, that's what I'm going to be there for you. All right? So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to hit those walls and keep on going. Don't be afraid. You're not alone. These things happen, and your emotions are there to tell you, what do you need to focus on or what do you not need to focus on? For me, I didn't enjoy certain parts of the challenge, and I need to understand why. So I'm going back to see where I tripped, not where I fell. So I can figure out what it is that I didn't understand that made me not enjoy it so much. Because once I understand, it will be enjoyable. I will enjoy it just like my people that are, participating in the challenge will enjoy it. So no harm in asking for help. There's no shame in your game, even if you need someone to walk along with you for a little while. But the point is, don't try and do it all by yourself all the time. Sometimes you do need someone who's been there, done that, and can help you through it. That's what August is there for me. That's what I'm there for you. You need help with your business? Please check out August. If you need help with your emotions, come ask me. Okay? Reach out. There's nothing wrong with reaching out. And I'll catch you again soon, you guys. You take care. Bye.